All right, welcome. Drafting Premier Draft for Outlaws of Thunder Junction. That queue was quick and lots of people are eager to play. Let's get into this draft and see what we can do. We are in Mythic, even though there is a bug not showing ranking, so I imagine our opponents will be quite good, since most of the time they'll be Mythic or Diamond players. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this set. It's a little bit of a bomb-heavy set, so let's hope we open well. And what do we have? Overwhelming Forces is really good. It is 8 mana, but it's great. I think the Entertainer is also quite good in green. But yeah. Overwhelming Forces is a one-sided board wipe plus draw cards, so how can I say no? Much more interesting pick here. Lots of good cards. Wow. If we want to stay black, we could just take, the Stinger. I think the Interrupter is very good. Desperado for Mill's fine, but even Interrupter is... It's not a bomb necessarily, but it's a very good card. And I don't know how I pass it. Former Posse is also just really good. It's basically a win con, but even Interrupter, it's probably a little bit better, so I'm going to take it. But who knows? Like, first day I've ever played the format, so. I think Revival's great. Yeah, Badlands Revival. 2 things, 1 to the battlefield, 1 to your hands. Amazing. But I don't know. I kind of like our little 3/1 mount here instead. I think I'm just going to take a 2-drop. I want to make sure I get a good curve out. Wow. Okay. Rise of the Varmints is really good. Breaches is really good. I've played with this in pre-release. Miriam was also very good. I think Miriam's the best of the cards, but Rise of the Varmints is also really fantastic. Are we going Abzan this early already? There's too many good choices. We could just take, Humiliate. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We could also just take the Townfolk. Or we could take the Revival now, but, 2 in a row, maybe one will wheel. It's hard to tell what's going to wheel, early in the format, because nobody's really picking in a logical fashion yet. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just take the Humiliate. Bit of a speculative pick, I guess, but I don't mind it. What are these packs? There's a land here. Oh, never mind. There's the Bandit. I was going to take the land, but then I saw there's the Bandit. Bandit's fixing 2 and ramp, so I think it's a little bit better than a land. I don't think Humiliate's, amazing, but I think it's fine. Back for More is amazing, though. Talk about a really good recursion spell. It's better than the Revival. We need something big, and fat, like an Armadillo that you discard and cycle would be perfect, but plenty of time to pick it up. Isn't this card really good? What is this doing here? Yeah, this card's really good. Pick 8. Okay. Like I said, it's the first day of the format. Nobody knows what they're doing. Entertainer's good too, right? This is pick 9. This is on the wheel. Okay. I think Varmint was also good in that pack, right? Make sure we're getting enough creatures here. For a Posse wheeling, it's also the Spider. But for a Posse is a win con. It's really broken with our mount. It's a lot of life gain. I think we gotta take it. Yeah, the mount, you gain life for every time you attack with it for each creature you have, so it's come on. I don't think anything here matters that much. I guess Ankle Biter is slightly safer. Savage Smash is really good. Snakeskin's Veil is really great for a pick 13. Oh my gosh. And even pick 14. The box is fine. I'm going to put it over here though. What is going on? Charm. Dealer of Death. This is really good. Okay. It's a little far from what we're doing. I mean, maybe I just take another Herd Whisperer and be happy about it. It's a good card. We need more mounts, but it's a great card. I'm going to take it, I think. Oko, Thief of Crowns. This is the good one. This is the old one. I don't know what my person to the left is doing passing it. We're going to have to pass a Griffin for it, but we're blue now. Definitely at least splashing blue for this. This only happens on day 1, I think. Well, that's a bit overwhelming, but you don't say no to Oko. It wins the game by itself sometimes, so. Let's see what we can do to make it work. I think Tether is really good in white for an enchantment removal, but I actually do think I need to take this land over it. I don't know if Back from War is as good as Oko or Overwhelming Forces. I think we're going to have to maybe not play red. I don't know. We have too many good options at this point. I'm going to take the land over the Tether. But yeah, like red might have to be a cut, and then we're like Abzan splashing Oko. Or maybe we're not playing black either, and we're just playing Bant like that. I mean, that's not bad. Oh my. Well, we have a lot of good speculative options, but I don't think Oko is ever going to get cut no matter what, so... What's this? Rare. Mount. Synergy. We can tap it to crew our mounts. Raids here. Clear Shot. Jolene. I mean, everything's good. Everything's good. Is this how this format is gonna draft all the time? Everything's just good? I'm a little overwhelmed. This doesn't happen to me too often, feeling this overwhelmed. We just have too many good options right now. It's kind of crazy. We'll make it. Don't worry, guys. First drafts. Fun times. Make Your Own Luck is really good, right? It's 5 mana, draw 3, get a free spell out of the deal most of the time. I mean, I guess if you hit 3 lands, you don't get a free spell, but I mean, most of the time you're going to get a free spell as well as 2 extra draw cards, so it's a little slow, but I like it. And if we're just splashing Oko, I'm going to splash Make Your Own Luck. A second Wily Duke. It's also a land here. Getaway, I think it's okay. I guess I'll take another Wily Duke. I don't even know if it's good. Like, I mean, it's rare in my colors. I should take it. Maybe the land will wheel. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on Bant for now. Keep my life simple. It's a first draft. I mean, you know, 4th week of the format, maybe we're going 5 color here, but let's make sure we get our green and white synergies down now that we have 2 legendary creatures in it. Plan the Heist, I think, is okay. But would I rather just have Omen Path? Journey? I actually think this card's kind of great. Not only is it fixing its ramp, I think it's good. I'm gonna take it. Like, thinning your deck of 5 lands is not nothing. It's actually quite a lot. What is this rare? This is the one that makes the tokens. Well, if we get certain spells, this is very good. Baseline, it's a 3/3 haste. I guess I'll take it. I have other red cards I'm speculating on, like Savage Smash, Former Posse. This draft already has way too many good options. It's also just overwhelming forces sitting in our sideboard right now. Just ignore that. Security is really good with Form of Posse, but I actually think just baseline the Paladin is individually a better card because you gain 3 on ETB. So I think I'm going to take the Paladin over it. Yeah. Griff wheeling? Okay. Okay, we're in the open color. I mean, green-white is open. We know that much. Yeah, Grizzly's fine. It's a mount. Gives trample. Jolene. Or I could just take another really good 2-drop. I'm going to speculate on Jolene, I think, since we have some red and white stuff. But yeah, Fling is good too. I don't know. I want more fixing. Let's put it that way. This is not the fixing I want. Tumbleweeds is fixing. I mean, our creature count's great if we're running all 4 of these colors. Could just take a removal spell. I'm also light on removal. I'm not unaware of that. The Tumbleweeds, though. Let's take the fixing. I like it more than a regular fixing spell because it can be a creature at 6 mana as well. Decisive Denial's really broken too. Wow. I kind of want to trap this card. I think there's a lot of enchantments and artifacts that you do want to blow up. And +1/+1 counters on everything with Form of Posse is pretty broken good. It's too many good choices. I'm going to try out this card. Is the 3/3 Wolf better than the tap down 2/2 for us? I'm going to take a 2-drop either way. I actually think the Sentry's better. Oh, what is going on? Rusting is so broken good too. Greenblade's also great. This is great. Wait, that's a permanent mana value 3 or less. That can get back Oko. Okay, we're taking Shepherd of the Clouds for getting back Oko. Never mind, all those other cards are great too. Land. Oh wait, no, there's Buried in the Garden. Buried in the Garden's so much better than a land. Oh my gosh. What is going on? What is happening? I think this Pixie's good too, isn't it? And so is this mount card. I don't think I have enough mounts to go get, though. I mean, I have a few. I guess I could grab a Plains. Yeah, Seeker's probably better. Or we could just take the Ride down in case we play red-white. I mean, it's all good. I need a trick. Another Griff. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna take the Griff. Land. We did it. I want Gold Rush as well. It is fixing. And a trick, which I would like 1 or 2 more removal spells. I don't think it's gonna happen, but land's fine. Just take land. We'll figure this out afterwards. This is... It's not a mess. It's just too many good cards. Like, even if we cut all the red... Oh, Savage Smash as well, yeah. There we go. Even if we cut all the red, look at this. 24 Bant playables that are absolutely ridiculous. What? Full Steam Ahead, I guess, is our worst card. Because we're not really making a lot of creatures anymore without Form of Posse. Paladin number 2 over Beaver. Beavers are good, though. I can't believe Decisive Denial was wheeling. Okay. I'm just gonna take a 2-drop. I don't know what's going on in this draft. I guess we don't need to try out, wow. Greenblade? Greenblade 2? What is my table doing? I don't know. We got a desert. We did it. Let's do it. I mean, we have really good fixing with Owen Path Journey and really great ramp. I mean, it might be right to do Form of Posse for I don't know, 12, 13, however much we're going to have on the board. We're going to have a lot of land potentially. It also might be right to bring back in Overwhelming Forces, even though it's double black and 8. I mean, the card basically wins the game. I don't know what to do. We have a lot of fixing for blue, so blue's easy to splash. You know, baseline we can be green-white splashing blue for like Oko, maybe Denial. Definitely make your own luck. Our red's just so good. Ride Down, Savage Smash, Jolene, Fling even. Overwhelming Forces is OP. I kind of want to play with it. It really doesn't muddy up our mana base too much, to be honest. We still have 7 green and 7 white. I'm totally fine with that. Especially since we have, like, Dance with Tumbleweeds and a Bandit. And a Buried in the Garden. I mean, we'll hit colors. I guess I want to keep all of my signpost stuff. Green Blade's just so good in this deck, too. It's fixing as well. I guess I need to cut some top end. "18 creatures. This is tough. Everything's good. We're a little light on removal without the red. We could bring red in instead of black. I mean, it's, do I want, you know, Ride Down, Savage Smash, Fling, or do I want one big Overwhelming Forces at the end? Given what we have, I feel like I want Overwhelming Forces more, just since we have all the ramp to go there with the Journey and Buried in the Garden, Green Blade, Tumbleweeds. Two cuts. Paladin. I kind of want to keep all my early creatures. Like, I want us to be a bit aggressive here. I don't know. Is it Denial? Might be Decisive Denial, so I'm not holding open mana. It's also just harder to cast, right? I only have 3 blue sources, and one of them is attached a green source anyway, so it's harder to cast. Especially early game, when it would matter most. Yeah, I mean, doesn't feel good cutting the Denial, but I think it's the easiest cut at this point. Everything else is just really good. I think I can do without the fight. I mean, this deck looks insane. I don't know what to say. Let's go to the first game. That was a bit overwhelming. This is a perfect hand. I don't know what else I would expect. This is absolute perfection. Absolutely insane. I think people are going to sleep on this Omen Path Journey card. But I think it's absolutely stellar. Like I said, I mean, it's basically draw 5 cards, ramp for 5 turns, thin out your deck by 5 lands. Like, okay. I think I'll do that. That sounds pretty good. And fixing, which, you know, for me, since I do like to play 3, 4, 5 colors, fixing's always just fantastic. And in fact, I think I'm just going to do that this turn. Get that online. Like, there's no rush here. It's thin out our deck. I'm going to get every single dual land, I think. And then swamp. Guess we can get another plains. Yeah. It's fine. Look at that. That's absolutely disgusting. We got it late in the draft, right? So I think I want to like bring a little bit of extra stabilization here and double cast. Since I have 6 mana, I can use all 6 to do Wily plus Greenblade. It seems like an okay turn. And I'm okay trading off. We don't have any mounts right now to tap him anyway for his value. So yeah, I'll put him in front of a 4/4. Our Greenblade goes and gets a land as well. This is so stupid. I'm gonna get another Swamp just in case we draw Overwhelming Forces and Swamp hasn't hit off our Omen Path yet. I think that's safest, just to have the second one in hand. Oh, we hit it anyway. But yeah, like, it could be 4 more turns till we get second Swamp, right? Because it's random from the Omen Path, so if we drew Overwhelming Forces next turn, obviously we'd want to use it, so I think getting Swamp was right. Oh, they're going to bounce the Plunderer? Okay. Value. I have a good double block, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to just make them use the trick on the beaver so I don't get completely blown out here. No trick. Okay. Well, should have double blocked. That's okay. Let's make our own luck. Absolutely disgusting. Okay. We'll put the expensive card plotted. So basically we just... Wow. Like, we're casting a 6 mana spell for free next turn, and we spent 5 and we drew 2. That seemed like cheating. Still getting lands. This is absolutely broken. And it's not surprising we hit 3 spells, right? Because we have thinned out our deck so much from the Journey. Like, that's the hidden real benefit from this Journey card, is the fact that it's thinning out your deck is huge. I like seeing that. Okay. I think we're in a pretty good spot. We have 19 cards left and 3... Only 6 cards are lands. Five cards are now lands. Yep. Wow. What a board. They're 1 mana off from Overwhelming Forces on their end, if they have that card. So if they drop land here and then cast it, well, we lose and be sad, but I'm willing to take that risk. Tap land doesn't do it. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough, but it's pretty good. Fortunately for us, that's going to be a little bit too slow for them. Let's see what they hit off of it. The robber. I think that's game, isn't it? 5. Yeah. And they're tapped out. Let's just start with this, I guess. I get to draw 2 cards here. I am going to go ahead and activate and float a mana in case we get something I want to cast out this turn. Although, maybe I want to hold. I mean, I guess it's just lethal. Anyway. Yep. Sorry. Sorry, OP. I was debating whether I should play around a board wipe from them, but... Nope. Good, good. Confirmed. Our 4-color deck is pretty great. That was a game of Outlaws of Thunder Junction right there. Needs a land, but tumbleweeds can get us to 4. It seems okay. I mean, even if we don't get to 4, on 3, we can basically do everything in our hand. It's pretty great. Yeah. Would like to draw land, though. I will not lie. Very much like to draw land. That is, again, not land. What? Just like my draft, what is this hand? It's all side posts. Rares and uncommons. Green, white. Absolutely dumb. But look at this. Oh, there's the land. Oh dear. I hope our OP has a really, really good deck. I actually think I'm supposed to lay it on the Griff, right? This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. No card, though. Deal 4? Yeah. That's fine. There goes a black source and my green blade, so fixing is a little dicey now. I think I just play out the second mount. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to have 2 Griffs, so wait till you see what else I have. At least the 2/4 is blocking my 3/3. This is a dumb level hand. The only way it gets any more ridiculous is if, like, we draw blue source plus Oko next. Ugh. There's the blue source. We draw Oko next turn, I promise. I'm just gonna start writing off this format. It's just so ridiculous. I could mount. I'm not going to. I'll miss 1 point of damage here for it. I think they're playing a counter spell, so I don't want to bury it in the garden. Like, I think they're holding up a 5 for the counter, like the one that makes a spirit. So I'm just going to play a 3-drop. They're definitely playing the counter. 100%. Okay. I will crew this time. Draw a card. Alright. I think in situations like this... Oh. It has hexproof. Swinging in. Getting a lot of life. Good, good. I think in situations like this, I should run my Entertainer into the counter. I know they have it. They're going to get a 2-2. I just really want that counter out of their hand so that my better spells have space to breathe. So I'm going to fork it. And there it is. Yep. Pretty predictable. The mill is becoming concerning, and we now do not have enough black sources to cast Overwhelming Forces. So we have one more swamp in the deck, and then we have our mana dork, and that's it. Luckily, we have our blue source for Oko if we get Oko or Make Your Own Luck. But oh, I guess Buried in the Garden can be a black source too. Okay, never mind. We can still get it. Do I want to keep this Griff on top? I actually think I do. I don't mind drawing it again. It's a little slow. But I'd rather have it than not. Clearly they think I'm going to win with it. That's why they're getting rid of it. I think I'm going to win with it. I don't think there's a counter for 3. Let's just go for it. And even though I can't attack, I can still tap Wily here. Draw a card, get a life. Yeah, that's so good. There's our bandit. I'm going to run it out. No counter. Okay, there was no pause there, so my guess is they're out of counters. All right. I'm going to get rid of the mill guy as soon as possible so I don't deck out. Yeah, that's fine. That creature doesn't do too much against us at the moment, although it is a very good value engine. Again? Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I'll draw it again. I think we're gonna win with it still, so I don't want to give up on it that easily. It's a very aggressive attack. Yeah. Let's just get rid of the crab this turn. I don't think I can afford to mill anymore. And this will trigger so we can get double ramp this turn. Disgusting. Play out our Griff. Draw a card. Okay. Well. Yeah, I'll attack for 3. Your go. This is so crazy. That's not gonna do it. All right. Well, interesting set so far. 2-0. It's keepable. The bandit's gonna do a lot of heavy lifting here. Yeah. Could lead on my fast land. I think I'm just gonna lead on my swamp though. It does mean that Miriam can't go out next turn, but I don't think I'd play her anyway. I was always gonna lead on the bandit either way. If we don't draw land, we have to do the Green Blade next turn just to get a land. So, kind of in a holding pattern at the moment. Not quite as ridiculous as our last game's curve out. Oh, they're 4 color. Or 3 at least, or something. Okay, that's a good card. No land, so let's go fetch. It's gotta be white. Guess I'm gonna get white and green. It's a good card too. I wonder what the white's for. They form a posse. Looks like they're teamer though, if I had to guess. Would really like to draw a land. I guess let's get Entertainer out and Sentry. I don't like that we're taking 3 in the air though. I think that could be a fast clock that I'm not pleased about, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it quite yet. The Nathan Stoyer. I don't think it's that good of a card. And limited, at least. Like, it's okay. I don't think it's amazing, though. Vigilance is nice, though. That's decent. Okay. Just so far behind right now. I do feel like I need to double block here. I don't want to, but I will. Yeah. There's the land. Might be a little late though. Doesn't go to the battlefield. I think I'd actually need to get my mounts online so I can go straight to the battlefield. Just for mana efficiency, like I'd rather look to 2/2 drops and put counters on them, or I could do a flyer and a 2-drop. I think I need to do the flyer. Yeah. 1 more mana and being able to put counters on these would have been so much better. What we have is good, I just think it's late. If they have any interaction here, we have big problems. Yeah. Like even that, the tap down of my flyer, they're gonna get in for a ton here. Oh my. Well, when you're playing in Mythic, yeah, your opponents do good things too. Jeez. This is a very cool deck. Like, all credit goes to them. I think we were doing stuff. It's just, I don't think by the time we get doing stuff now, it's going to be too late. Yeah, I think I have to do this. Get another land at least out of the deal. Let's do this. Well, actually, maybe I need to get swamp. Like, I actually think I need to crew here with the Griff just to gain life, because they're gonna tap down a blocker anyway, right? I mean, gaining life is the same as blocking the duelist at this point. So, jeez. A little bit of desperation here. I also feel like I need to put the 1/1 counters, right, on my flyers. We can all just hope they have land in their hand, right? That's the only thing that saves us at this point, is if their whole entire hand has to just be land. And that is not it. That is a spell. And they left mana open and didn't make the big creature. It's not good. Yeah, we're dead, aren't we? Where's the 2 damage? Yep, there it is. Okay. Well. Well. Oh. Well, we absolutely stomped 2 people, and then we just got stomped. Outlaws of Thunder Junction at its best. This hand is great. And they said hello, so I'll say hello back. It's a good card. Let's go with our mount. Yep. It's a good draw. Just gonna do the green blade this turn. And I think I'm gonna get swamp, right? I mean, we have overwhelming forces in hand, so I want to get one of the 2 black sources that we need to cast it. Key to the Vault. That's pretty good on the Razzle Dazzler. No creatures hit. That's so sad. Yeah, they're getting a little unlucky there, I think. Can't cast both. I guess I should get the Entertainer online first. Hoping they just crew up, swing in, hit 0 creatures yet again. Nothing. Well. Open Path Journey. Well. That's gonna be the play. It's basically like guaranteeing getting your overwhelming forces. Again, I'm just going to grab every desert. Definitely a swamp for overwhelming forces. And then we have 2 more picks. We have no island left. So, yeah, just those are the 5 we have. Fantastic. It is nice. Yes, thank you, OP. I like the card, okay? It's a very me card. Friends of the channel will know. I think you'll be seeing a lot of Omen Path Journey from me this set, if I can get my hands on it during draft. Interesting. Okay. So they don't want to mill. Well, that makes no sense. Oh, it mills regardless. Huh. Well, if they have a trick, so be it. I do have to block. like seeing that. It's a good draw too. Okay. Just do this. Then make it bigger. As if a 4/7 wasn't enough. Yeah, I like the Entertainer making it into a 5/8. It's so big. Just waiting to hit Swamp off of Journey. 3-turn clock at most. Hopefully it'll just be one more turn after this. If they attack, I'm blocking. They have a beaver. Oh, there's Oko. Okay. I will settle for casting an Oko instead of overwhelming forces this turn. And I think we actually want to hold back our Shepherd of the Clouds after we cast Oko so we can get Oko back in case something terrible happens to him. Unfortunately, I do think the first thing we do with him is going to have to be uptick and making the Razzle Dazzler so it has no abilities. It will make it a 4/4, but I can't afford it to not be able to be blocked.
Gaze into my face and put on your
So
true shape.
this is where we are. And I'm not even going to make things bigger, I don't think. Yep. Man, really can't hit that swamp, can I? Come on. Let's go. Let's go, Journey. Give me my swamp. No attacks. Okay. Seems good. I mean, I guess I could make it so that they can't mill anymore. Again, it makes our creature larger. It makes it into a 5/5, but I don't think I care about that, do I? Suppose we're just on a holding pattern.
Your new look is enchanting.
I could attack him with my my mount by tapping Willy and drawing a card, but I actually don't think that matters. And I do want to save the Shepherd of the Clouds. So, yeah. I think we're just gonna hold tight. There it is. This card's so stupid. Oh, Journey is so stupid, yeah. GOP. Oko is no fun to play against. 3-1. This hand is not very good. It's actually very bad, but I'm going to keep it. This Green Blade is going to have to do some heavy, heavy lifting. And they're going fast. Not good. Dear. We have a lot of 2-drops and 3-drops in this deck, so just a bad keep, maybe. Maybe I should have mulliganed. I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's gotta be Green Blade, right? And our overwhelming forces is not nearly as good now that they know about it. Like, it goes down a lot. Because they're going to play around it. Oh. Thoughtseize Jr. got us. It feels bad. It's fine. At least they only have 2 cards left in hand at the moment. Could be worse. But we are not doing much here. I mean, 4 mana playing a 2-drop is not where you want to be. I don't think I want to trade yet. We're so far behind. Good. Well, actually, that'll help. Buried in the Garden not only gets us to our overwhelming forces faster, but it also kind of helps us out now. All in the same go. Guess I'll get rid of the 2/2. Also would like, I don't know, one more spell. I feel like we're a little land heavy. I mean, obviously we want lands based on our hand, but a spell would be good. So many creatures sitting on deck there. Jeez. I'm gonna let them attack here, and I'll block. And hope we bounce. So far, so good. Yep. I'll just tap down the 4/3. I mean, they're gonna kill it. They know about it. They don't know about Miriam, though. It's like one of those things where I don't want to kill their creatures, but at the same point, like, they know about the board wipe, right? I kind of want to force them in a situation where they feel like they have to at least play out more creatures, right? So I think I am going to block here, even though it makes our one-sided board wipe worse. Hoping that they feel like they need to play out more. Yeah, like I think I want to try and trade with both. Just see what they do. Yep, that is worst case scenario. Okay, they did play out more. Just really good card though. Oko is pretty good. If we played it, dies though. So I think what I'm going to do is just overwhelming forces and hope Oko can clean up afterwards. Okay. Really, man? That's like the one thing you can play that gets around Oko. It's still gonna have the counters. So we can get rid of the lifelink, we can get rid of the flying, but it's gonna be a 5/5. Ah, that hurts. I'm still gonna do it. Ugh. Man, I was hoping Oko could really clean up here. I don't think it will.
Oh dear.
Chump mode. Yikes. Just haven't drawn a lot of spells either, right? Mostly lands. Oh, that's a problem. It's a huge problem. Oh no. Well, we might die. Echo's at least not dead. So double trump. Okay. Right. Well. I kind of, need them to not have flying anymore. I guess I'll thin out my deck as well while I'm at it.
Your new look is enchanting.
$17 cards left. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 17 cards left, 5 lands. It's not bad. I guess I'm taking 6 and hoping they can't kill us. Oh. Oh no. Here we go. Yep. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're dead. Oko couldn't pull it out after the kill 2 creature card. Maybe I should have done Oko first before it, you know? But I don't know. I don't think there's a way around this. Yeah, definitely no way around this. Okay. Well, it was a good game. I'm not even gonna gain the life. Maybe their Bronco will finish us off here. I mean, they had 5 lands stop. Definitely didn't help either, right? What are you gonna do? Okay. Little unlucky draw, that's fine. Happens. I don't know how our insane deck is only, what, 3 and 2? But it is. Let's just keep playing. Hand's good. I'm gonna go high upside and do the mount instead of the ramp. Rewarded. Okay, okay. I still think I'm gonna play out Miriam. Yeah. Scry and swing in for 4 seems good. First strike. That's probably good enough to keep. I wish it was land though. But, I mean, it's definitely good enough to keep here. Probably go with Griff next turn. Oh, they missed land. Okay. It's unfortunate. Yes. Griff pre-combat's fine. I'll still crew, and get our scry in. They've had enough. Okay. Not the way we want to win. I'll take it though. 4 and 2. Still have to win out here. Again, we are in Mythic, so I don't think there's usually that many easy games to begin with. Hand looks great. I think I prefer the Surveil tap lands from last set over the Desert Ping for 1 tap lands, but I mean, they're both good. But I keep playing it tapped thinking I'll get a Surveil on turn 1 and I don't. And then I'm sad. Choices. I guess I'll lead on Bandit. Has the highest upside. Sure. So many choices. I guess I'm just gonna double cast, yeah? Like, why not? I don't think there's too many ways that they could wipe this board, but maybe they could, I don't know. That pause was interesting. They might have a counter unless you pay 2. No, just a derailment. Okay. People really don't like that 3-1 mount. Well, I think it's time for... Well, we could just play the Griff. I want to play around a counter. They had it anyway. It wasn't a pay 2. Huh. I mean, I thought they had a counter. It just wasn't the one I was thinking about. Okay. I guess that could have been worse. I do want to be able to land Make Your Own Luck. Okay, that's a very good card. Alright. Two creatures to board or Make Your Own Luck. Let's go with the slower play. Okay hits. I was kind of hoping to hit, you know, something ridiculous like Overwhelming Forces, but Paladin's fine. I'm just gonna put the more expensive spell in the plot area. I think in general that's what you want to do. Ouch. Pass. Super sus OP. I'm gonna lead on Paladin. Good. I mean, I guess I should just add as much to the board as possible, right? Yeah, Let's lead on this one, because it's a pay 2 counter. I still don't trust him. Pay 2 counter? No. Let's do this. Ah, hypothesis. You got me. Which creature are they doing 4 damage to? I think it's the paladin, right? I would definitely choose the paladin here. Whoa. Okay. Poke in for 1. Got him. Oh, it's Vladimir. They have black. They're probably playing Cruel Ultimatum. It's definitely a Cruel Ultimatum deck over there. I mean, this is probably fine. Guess I want my lifelinker back. If I play it this turn, neither get a counter. I guess I'll be okay with that. It's too risky to attack him with 2/2 because, yeah, they just need 1 spell and you kind of get blown out. Okay. Meanwhile, their flying scorpion thing is just casually getting larger. Don't mind that. That little guy, I wouldn't pay attention to that little guy. Buried in the Garden would be really nice about now. Or Overwhelming Forces. Either way at this point. I still think our board's a little bit ahead, but it is really close. Yeah. Okay. Gain 3 is really clutch here. I can't afford for my Shepherd of the Clouds to trade with the Djinn, I don't think. It's a risky attack with the Sentry. Because that last card, all it has to be is some sort of spell. Could try and thin my deck to ensure a better draw. I think we're just going to put on the counter, though. Make it a 6/5 again. Yeah, let's go with this attack. Okay. Okay. This is intense. I like that they passed. That's good. Do not like that we drew a land. Thinning the deck might have been better. It's thin it now. Can only grab 4. Still pretty good, though. 4 mana, thin your deck 4. Draw 4, ramp 4. Sounds good. I don't know why people wouldn't play that card. I really don't. Do I have a good attack anywhere? Not really. Okay. That's actually a great draw. Wow. That could get us out of this. Entertainer needs to put a 1/1 counter there, though. Survive one more turn here. We're very close to pushing lethal with trample. It's, wow, it's really tight, isn't it? Okay. Does that do it? They have 5. $15, but it can go all the way up to 16. I have 11. $12, $13, $17, $21, $22, $23, $23 to their $17, was it? 7, 5, 12. Yeah, I think it is lethal even if they kill a creature. It'd have to be a small creature though. If they kill my 6/5, this is not lethal. But I still think it's a good enough attack that I need to go for it. So I'm going to crew using the green blade. And then I'm going to crew using the bandit to give everything trample. And I think even if they have a removal spell, we're sitting okay enough. If not lethal, depending. And remember, we're also going to gain 3 life here, so feeling pretty good. Yeah, they did have a spell. At least it was only 2 damage, but they do get a counter on Vladimir, and their dragon does become a 7/7. But it should be lethal, no matter how they block. I think. If we did our math right, I mean, that was a lot of math. This is currently lethal. I'm currently hitting through for 7. I don't know, is there a way they could block differently? If they put, if they put Vladimir on the 5/3? Oh. It's 2, 3, 4. It's still 7. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Ooh. We did math correctly. How about that? I mean, I think we still would have won the game even if this was one-off lethal, right? I mean, the trades are good. They're only eating our 6/5. And then next turn we still have, like, infinitely more creatures than them. But yeah, lethal here is good. Wow. That was intense. Good game. Good game. Set might be as crazy as that draft was. The games are kind of overwhelming, aren't they? I mean, some are over pretty quick, but some are like that where it's just a kind of a crazy board state, yeah? luvemNleavum. I don't know. Always right near the top of Mythic. Top 10 Mythic player almost all the time, so great. Not just good, great opponent here. Our hand looks great too, so let's just trust in our deck. But I expect them to have good things going on over there. I'm not going to underestimate this opponent. I know they are very good. We have options next turn. We can always bury in the garden, tumbleweeds. Just have to see what they do. I love seeing that. 5 damage to a 1/1. Oh, I love seeing that too. Oh dear. Well, let's tumbleweeds then. I think I need to get blue. I could get black, though. Buried in the Garden will fix for blue, but I think blue's just safer here. It's a shame we never hit Overwhelming Forces with Make Your Own Luck. I think that would be a ideal hit. Never lucky. If they're stuck on 2 mana, I mean, Oko can start making me some 3/3s. No, they're not stuck. Okay. They were just thinking about their turn. They are not stuck. Prickly Pear. That is pretty good against a Buried in the Garden, as in my Buried in the Garden's very bad against that. I think my best play is just Make Your Own Luck here. Get some value. It's all good. I guess they can know we have a Wily Duke. Okay. It's just Buried in the Garden now. I mean, yeah. This is good. This is fine. Everything's fine. We'll make some trades. It's fine. Everything's fine. Play out 2 creatures. Get the Entertainer online. Go with the Wily Duke. Really close to Overwhelming Forces, aren't we? We have both black sources with the Buried in the Garden, by the way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're only 2 mana off. This is super sus. Okay, give me the bad news. Oh, it's really bad news. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, well, good. Good thing we have lots of other stuff going on. That was a blowout. Clear Shot just lit us up so hard. These things happen. Okay. I mean, I think I should play Oko. I'm gonna uptick and make food. I'll pass.
Surely you must be famished.
I mean, the hope is they start flooding their board to deal with Oko. Yeah, Roxanne's great. Let's tap down their 2/2. Okay, I can stop drawing lands now. Yeah. Let's draw 4. Kill 4. I don't know, is this good? I think it's good. I could make a 3/3 with my food, or I could just uptick 2 and make another food. I think I'm just gonna uptick 2, make another food. I'm not gonna attack in case they have a haste creature. Like, it's just not worth it. We're gonna outvalue them with Oko, as long as we don't mess up here. Another Roxanne? Their deck's insane too. Clear Shot, 2 Roxannes. Don't mind me. Okay. Well. Roxanne has 4 power? Seriously? Boo. Okay, well, I guess I'll just make it into a 3/3 with no abilities. I think that's basically like killing it. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's just flood our board. We will be able to attack this turn, and I am going to attack here. And I'm even gonna crew. Like, I think I'm okay with trading off my Grizzly if I need to with the 3/3 Roxanne. It's fine. Well, that's good. Let's let's plot that. Not this turn today. Terror of the Peaks as well, double Roxanne. Alright. luvemNleavum down. GG. Let's go for the trophy. I still think our deck's insane. If we can beat luvemNleavum when they have double Roxanne and Terror of the Peaks, we're doing something right. Let's see who we get for our final boss. Autumn Burchett. Pro Tour Hall of Famer. Not exactly an easy final boss. This hand is terrible. I have to keep it and hope we draw into a 3-drop or a 2-drop. But a little bit on the expensive side. We can always plot the Paladin for 4. Did not want to draw land there. I definitely need to draw. Well, we got tons of 2-drops and 3-drops we need to draw. We need to draw one of those next turn. Well, I need to play next turn, so it's as simple as that. You don't beat players like Autumn if you don't have a turn 3 or 4 play. And right now we do not have a play to the board for either of those turns. I'm going to trade. I have nothing coming up next. I can't just keep taking 2. Jolene, come on. That's not it. That could be the game right there. I mean, at least Own Path Journey does get us to overwhelming forces, but I mean, we do not have that many expensive spells in our deck, and I think this is just a little bit unfortunate of a draw. We can still be back in it, though. We do need to draw, like, Buried in the Garden this turn, or something like that. That is another one of our 2 expensive spells. Like, I think we have all of our expensive spells in our hand right now. Let's thin our deck and start ramping so we can start casting some stuff. I guess Overwhelming Forces is going to have to, like, save the day. What is our health going to be at when that happens? I do not know. But we've literally spent the last 2 turns adding 0 to the board. If you want to know how you lose a Magic game, that's how you do it. Yep. Cool. Oh boy. All right. So we're very dead. There's Buried in the Garden, 1 turn late. We've been so good last turn. If I Buried in the Garden, I can live. And it guarantees Overwhelming Forces next turn. So I have to do that. I have to do it. It's not optional. The Paladin has the ability to kill us with a +2 trick, so I think I have to exile the Paladin, even though Jolene's infinitely more problematic. But yeah. Let's not die to a shoot for 2 or +2 trick. And live with our choices. Because if they want to shoot us for 2 with Jolene, they can. We'll be at 9, but they'll spend all their mana doing it, so... The Paladin, they could just have a +2 trick in hand and be like, GG. So that's a very good card. Collector's Cage is absolutely broken good. Instant speed 1/1 counter. We're not technically dead. We live at 1. We live at 1. One is not dead. Well, if we let Jolene live, she can shoot us for 3 next turn. So we have to kill and do this. I hope they don't have a haste creature or burn spell. Uh-oh. Fling? 3 steps ahead. Okay. Counters well. Good game. That's what happens when you draw every single card in your deck that is 4 mana plus in a game and nothing below. Wily was the first card we saw for less than 3 mana that we drew into. That's just unfortunate. I think I keep that hand every time. But GG, if you're going to lose, losing to a Pro Tour Hall of Famer is not a bad way to go. I think our deck was great. Played out really well. Tons of mana. Maybe Form a Posse would have been a great splash, even going 5. I don't know. Maybe red would have been better than black for overwhelming forces. I think our deck could have gone any number of ways and just been fantastic. I'm going to have to get used to drafting with this bonus sheet and just having tons of powerful cards at your disposal. We will see how this draft goes forward. That was pretty crazy, and I look forward to drafting this set again. I'll see you at the next draft of Outlaws of Thunder Junction.